Well, good morning. How are you all today? Welcome to Integrative Preparedness. We're gonna go out riding here in a little bit. It's a cool, foggy kind of not drizzling. There's no moisture in the air, but you can feel it. You can feel the high humidity. It's a perfect day down here in the Ozarks, and we're gonna go out riding in a bit, like I said. But first, I got a comment on yesterday's video about it, asking me if I thought there was going to be martial law, and I wondered where the question came from. But then I see that there was a channel that was talking about martial law coming or whatever. And first off, you have to understand what martial law is. And do you know what martial means? A lot of you do. Many people don't. You ask 100 people what martial means, and they'll say, yeah, well, 96% won't know, and 2% of the rest of them will get it wrong. Martial it comes from the Roman god Mars, the Roman god of war. And did you also know that he was the god of agriculture? That's interesting too, isn't it? Yeah. But he was the Roman god of Mars, of war, and so the term martial refers to things warlike and things like martial arts, such as that. Martial law can take. First off, I'm going to tell you, no, I don't believe that because we are the voice of reason here. This is where people come after they're tired of being scared from everybody else telling them that horrible things are coming and happening and everything there, and there's nothing they can do about it. and when they finally get tired of that or just don't like it at all, they come here. So if you're here, welcome. So I'll say right off, no, I don't think that there's going to be general martial law. Now you have to understand exactly what martial law is, and there is a broad spectrum of martial law. Essentially anything, and here it doesn't have to be military. A lot of people associate it with military. It doesn't have to be. In the United States, most of the martial law that we have seen has been enforced by police. Okay, and of course we have had a great militarization of the police since since 9/11. And even before that, back when I was in law enforcement, we didn't all dress up like Delta. And no offense to the guys who are on now. I mean, I know your departments make you do that, but we were somehow able to handle everything in civilian law enforcement in a pair of slacks. I mean, not slacks, but uniform pants and a crisp shirt and a badge and a 6-shooter with a dump pouch of maybe 12 rounds in it, and a Crown Vic or a Fury, whatever like that. We're somehow able to handle the things that we needed to. Now the line has become blurred, and there has been a militarization of the police, which I don't agree with, because the law enforcement is supposed to be a part of the community. It's not supposed to be an adversarial agency of the community. It's supposed to be a part of it, and the military is much different. I could go down that road a long ways, but I won't. Let's bring it back to this. So you could say, that martial essentially, you could put on the low end of the spectrum any government control over you. Okay, any government control. You could say, what is this? The real ID, for instance, that you need in order to fly even domestically. I guess some date coming up. I haven't gotten mine. I don't want it. Anything like that. To the point to where, and of course, we have, how much surveillance do we have on us, right? Is that martial in well, if it's not martial in design, it's certainly, and it is, it's certainly martial in effect in many ways. And so you can go clear down the gamut to total, curfews, can't come out of your house, like they tried to do in certain situations not too long ago, right? Get back in your house, fire on those people who are standing on their porch, right? You remember that? We're not going to have that coming into the near future anyway. What we might have are responses to what I'm going to make a video on probably next, maybe tomorrow. We've got a lot to do today. And then as the internal war has started, and the response, the government response to that, there may be certain aspects of martial law that will be imposed. But it's going to be on a local level. It's not going to be a general martial law across the country. It's going to be in direct response to civil uprisings, to the riots and things like that. And like I said yesterday, with the horrors that are coming, and it wasn't I who said that, but I was just reporting on what somebody else had said. It's going to be erupting, and we've seen it erupting. So the internal war is coming. This administration is not going to put up with it. Okay, about time, right? The people that Trump has put into place, and by the way, go Trump, and all you people who at first, well, I won't say you people because I'm sure it wasn't you, but to all the people who for a long time was talking about how horrible Biden was, and how we need to do something about it, and we need to get up there and do it, and now that somebody's doing it, and man, is he doing it, right? Now they're all whining and complaining about, well, I don't know. Yeah, he's doing this, but I don't. This could really be bad. This could turn out to be not something that. And I've said it. I've told you, and I've warned you. Whiners and complainers. Okay, you can't be made happy, right? My mother used to say, "You'd complain if they hung you with a new rope." Well, that was yeah, I would too, because if you know about hanging and new ropes, that could be a real problem. But it was just a saying, and it was a saying like, no matter what happens, you can't be made happy, okay? You're going to find a problem no matter what. You are going to find a cloud and any silver lining out there, and guys, there are far too many people like that. Stay away from them. You want to improve your life, right now, get away from those people. So anyway, martial law, I think there could be, to some extent, to a small extent, but it's going to be situational. It's going to be responsive to particular situations. It's going to be localized. You're not going to see a generalized martial law across the United States. The people who are in the administration now, I won't say in power now, but they have the major levers of power in the government, Trump and his cabinet, and to a lesser extent Musk and all that. These are real patriots, and there are a lot of people out there saying that they're not, and that just makes me question the motives of those people saying that. They don't know what they're talking about. These are people who really have the best interest of America at heart, like most of us do. And yeah, you're going to find something or other about them that you don't agree with. Okay, boo-hoo, man. Come on, it's the world, and we're supposed to be adults, right? You're looking for the perfect person. Well, I pray to the perfect person every morning and night, but he's, I won't say he's not in our politics. He is, he can be, but he's the only one. Okay, all right. So this almost infantile foot stomping about some little problem that you find in somebody, it's childish. We need to be adults, and we need to approach the problems of the world with solutions that will apply to the world. So no, that's my answer. There's not going to be a martial law, as some people try to scare you into thinking. Don't worry about it. Live your life. You should always be prepared. Okay? You should always be prepared. If there was martial law and all of a sudden you wake up and there's messages coming across, instead of an integrated preparedness video, there is a message saying martial law has been declared, and you need to stay in your house and no coming out, and until we tell you, and okay, well, that's not going to happen. But if it did, it shouldn't really bother you if you're prepared. You should go, okay, well, I've got all the food that I need, all the snack cakes that I need, all the ding-dongs and Chips Ahoy and spaghetti sauce. I can continue to live a great life right here, relaxing and do other things in my home, even if you aren't allowed to go to work. To be honest, I know that would be a killer for a lot of people, and I don't want to seem insensitive here. But you should work toward not needing a job. Okay, work toward not needing a job, and it can be done. And whenever I say things like this, all the naysayers out there, and they're the kind of the ones that love listening to the doom and glimmers. Um, oh, you can't do it. Some people aren't that lucky. Well, you can do it, and it's not a matter of luck. It's a matter of getting off your butt and working your ass off, and planning and making good decisions. And that's what preparedness is all about. So to bring this to a conclusion, so we can get out there and riding. Did I say we're gonna go out and do a little riding today? A great preparedness skill, by the way. And I talk about it a lot in my books, don't I? I mean, when everything fell apart, Stonemont, the horses was the way to go for a long time. We did it for thousands of years. We could do it again if we needed to. And it might not be a better way to live, to be honest. Seriously. But anyway, don't let the people scare you, because preparedness is not about fear. It's about making good decisions, having a good idea of what potential threats are, okay, of what could be coming, and then setting a plan, working the plan, and getting ready for it, so that when it does come, instead of running around going, you go, okay, good. We're good. Now let's go to the next step in our plan, because you got a plan, right? Okay. And your plan should be one for living a continued great life. Don't let the people who tell you it can't be done bother you. Remember, the people who say something can't be done should not interrupt those doing it. All right. Hey, you all have a great day. I didn't bring my books. I'm out here on my son's balcony because I just love the view. Love the view out here. But I didn't bring my books up here to show you. But if you'd like to read my books, which is it's a great series, but hidden within a great story, are more preparedness and survival lessons than you could shake a stick at. And if you haven't read them, you'd love them. If you have read them, you did love them, right? Because that's what everybody tells me, and I'm glad. And I'm working on number 8. But all my books, the Stonemont series, you can get them from Amazon, certainly, and the link is down below. Or you can get them from me personally, and that comes through our website, stonemont.us. That link is also down below. Amazon gets them to you quickly. I get them to you a little more slowly, but I get them to you signed, because I get to sit down at my desk and sign them to you and write a little note in there to you, and I love doing that. I love doing that because I love my relationship with my readers, just like I love my relationship with my viewers, you. Okay? All right, you have a great day. Take a look at your plan. You got a plan? Does the plan need to be tweaked, or is it good? Work it, okay? And remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. And living well tomorrow means living well no matter what happens, whether it's, a thunderstorm or martial law. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.